Hello dear students, I welcome you back for the online classes. Now I am going to take a very important unit, that is unit of genetics. In this unit we have 3 chapters, and after that we will be studying biotechnology, which has again 2 chapters. Why I am telling you this? Because these 5 chapters are interrelated to each other. So please be very attentive. Try to understand each and every basic of the concept. Okay? So let's begin with the chapter number 5, that is Principles of Inheritance and Variations. This is genetics. So genetics is the study of inheritance and variations. Or you can say genetics is the study of genes. Today we know about the genes, but there was a time when nothing was known about genes. So the work of genetics was initiated by Gregor John Mendel. Today we regard him as the father of genetics. What did he do? He did his work on this plant, Pisum sativum, that is garden pea. He did his work for 7 years between 1856 and 1863. And based on his work, based on his monohybrid cross and dihybrid cross he performed, he formulated these 3 laws. These laws are law of dominance, law of segregation based on monohybrid cross, and law of independent assortment based on dihybrid cross. These terms might be new to you. We will be studying about these terms. We will be studying about his work, how organized his work was, how exemplary his work was. Every formula he used could be challenged and could be proved experimentally. That's why he is regarded as the father of genetics. So let's begin with the study of genetics as performed by Gregor Mendel. So now let's study what Mendel did. As I told you, he studied garden pea, and in garden pea he focused on these 7 characters, and he observed that all these 7 characters, they show contrasting traits. Like first trait was stem height. He could observe 2 types of plants. Some were tall and others were dwarf. Next, flower color. Again there were contrasting traits, violet and white. Then third trait, flower position, which were axial and terminal. Fourth was pod shape, where again he could see inflated and constricted. Next trait was pod color. Again there were contrasting traits, green and yellow. Then seed shape. Again there were round and wrinkled. Finally seed color. In that also there were yellow and green. So he could find out 2 types of contrasting traits for every character he studied. And then he studied all these traits one by one. So first he followed the inheritance of one gene. Today that is called as monohybrid cross. So let us see how he performed monohybrid cross by taking one character. So let us take stem height and see what Mendel did with this trait, with this character. Now let's begin with the study of monohybrid cross. Here, along with the explanation of the cross, I will also be explaining the terms he used. So please be very attentive and understand these terms. What Mendel did, he first made true breeding parents. See, the pea plant is a bisexual closed flower. So how did he make the male and female parents? He did it by doing the artificial hybridization technique. In that, you must be remembering, we do the process of emasculation. Emasculation means we open the flower before it is mature and we remove one part from it, one reproductive part. Either we remove the stamens. When we remove the stamens, the flower will become female flower. If we remove the pistil, the flower will become the male flower. So, he made two types of parents, male parents and female parents. And after that, he made the true breeding parents, that is, having the same types of alleles. Now the question arises, what are alleles? Alleles is a short term for allelomorphic. Allelomorphic means two contrasting traits of a character. For example, here the character we have taken is stem height. For that, the alleles will be tall and dwarf. So, for representing tall, he used capital T, and for representing the dwarf, he used small t, not d, small t. Okay, so this becomes capital T, homozygous. This also becomes small t, homozygous. So he took homozygous parents with contrasting traits, that is tall and dwarf. After that, he got the gametes. So because this is homozygous, all the gametes will be of same type here. Likewise, here will be the same type of gamete, small t. So, after the fertilization, he got F1 generation, first filial generation. And in that, he got all the plants which were tall. But these are hybrid or heterozygous, means having different alleles. After that, he did the selfing of F1 hybrid. He took the F1 hybrids and crossed them, again by making male and female parents. So this time the tall is having heterozygous, capital T, small t. So the gametes will be of two types, capital T type and small t. Here also he will get two types of gametes. And when these gametes are crossed by this Punnett square method, he got this type of ratio. This is called phenotypic ratio. Phenotypic ratio means the ratio which appears to be in morphological traits. Like he got out of 4 parts, he got 3 parts as tall plants and 1 part as dwarf plants. So the ratio becomes 3:1 for tall and dwarf. Okay. But if you consider the genotypes, that is the alleles, in that case he got 1:2:1 ratio, which means 1 part were homozygous tall, 2 parts were heterozygous tall, and 1 part was homozygous dwarf. So these two are the ratio which he got after performing the monohybrid cross. That is phenotypic 3:1 and genotypic 1:2:1. And he got this ratio for all the 7 characters he studied. And based on this monohybrid cross, he gave 2 laws. First one is law of dominance and second is law of segregation. Okay.